All right. Good evening and welcome to the Ogden City Council meeting of September 12th, 2017. This is the 6 p.m. special City Council meeting. And please note all council members are present and Councilmember Nadolski is coming in electronically. Make sure we can hear you.
I'm here.
All right. Thank you. Next on our agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Turn to Vice Chair Heyer.
Thank you, Chair White. We've asked Councilmember Blair if he would lead us in the pledge tonight.
Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is a moment of silence. Thank you. We have a couple of recognitions tonight. The first one is the Ogden City special events, and I don't get to read them very often, but I got to pick this one, so I appreciate it. So, the Ogden City Council and Mayor proudly recognize Ogden City special events for providing invaluable contributions to the Ogden community. Ogden City special events staff help bring Ogden to life through the world-class events they coordinate and produce throughout the year. Ogden's summer events were phenomenal success. Thousands gathered at the Ogden Amphitheater every Thursday in June to enjoy performances by alternative rock bands during the Ogden Twilight Concert Series. The Ogden Arts Festival drew in more than 15,000 community members and visitors, and the popular First Friday Art Stroll, Farmers Market, Monday Night Movies, and Tunes at Noon strengthen our sense of community by bringing people downtown to enjoy summer festives together. We are eager to participate in the upcoming fall and winter events, including the Harvest Moon Festival, Witchstock, the Holiday Electric Light Parade, and Christmas Village. We recognize and appreciate the outstanding efforts of special event staff to make Ogden's events so successful. Their dedication to the work has helped build Ogden's character and strengthen our sense of community. And I'd like to present this to everyone here from the special events group. Please come on up. Bring your
People with you.
Yeah.
No,
We're going to give it
afterwards. Pictures first.
We want a group picture. You can come right here for the picture, guys.
Okay, I have a plaque and no one takes it.
Hi. Great, thanks. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for starting with me. That never happens.
I know.
Sister and nurse.
No sister, only
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna do it over here.
Right here. Stay right here.
Kind of right over here.
Hand
Oh,
this
no.
is going to look real
really
nice.
Person in the middle of the
now
plaque.
I have to tippy toe. There's stuff in here. All right.
Okay, now you're up.
Now you're up. But
I just want to say thank you. It takes a team, and what you see here is not even close. But we invited a few of our close friends, and basically I just want to let you guys know how much we appreciate your support from the City Council and from administration. If we didn't have your support, all these things wouldn't happen. Last time we checked, we had over 220 events this year permitted, and still counting. It's probably, Ashley's desk probably says 250 right now. So they just keep rolling in, and we just keep supporting them. Our staff has grown. We're still a really small staff. Ashley joined us, then Derek, then Lori. So obviously all of this doesn't happen with that small staff. We are a strong team, and we were able to bring in a dozen more people this summer just to work the summer events at the amphitheater. We, again, appreciate the support in being able to do that. So many community partners help us to bring these events, and we're proud to support them, but we definitely can produce them all. Ogden Downtown Alliance that you met tonight and gained some knowledge behind what they do. The Nurture the Creative Mind Arts Festival, Alleged, Jared and Mike, Goal Foundation, Xterra, Pioneer Days, and the arts community, and there's dozens more. Our amphitheater tech crew has done an amazing job over the last year. They pull off miracles every single night. It's never what it seems, and then when you see the show happen, it's a miracle every time. Our amphitheater crew, again, volunteers, just one night at Twilight. Ashley will coordinate 30 volunteers or more, and that's just one night. And of course, all of our partners have their hundreds of volunteers. The city departments who support us we couldn't do it without them. Ogden Police Department shows up, no questions asked. When we want to do a bike homecoming, they hold traffic, and they smile, so it's awesome. Fire, risk, parks, public ways, engineering, they all help us and support this because it's important to our community. So we want to say thank you, and the families that belong to all those people, and we want to share this honor with them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We just, while they're still here, I just want to say thanks. They happen to work on our floor, and the mayor and I see how many hours they really put in, and they're very dedicated. And every night when I leave, the common phrase I say to them is, "Go home." They're wonderful, and we thank all of you very much.
I had a friend ask me if there was a concert this weekend, and I said, I'm sure there is. I didn't even hesitate. So thank you for all you guys do. All right. Next on the agenda is the Hispanic Heritage Month. So thank you. And I think this will be jointly read between Councilmember Garner and Councilmember Lopez.
Thank you, Chair White. It's an honor to read this proclamation that talks about the diversity in our community. So this is a joint proclamation of the Ogden City Council and Mayor declaring September 15th to October 15th, 2017, Hispanic Heritage Month in Ogden City. Whereas throughout the history of Ogden, people have come from all parts of the globe to call our community home. This rich diversity provides a community character that is distinctive from all other cities in Utah. Having a diverse population enriches our community and serves as one of our greatest assets. And whereas the individuals and families who are Hispanic, Latino, and live in Ogden and have a profound and positive influence on our community through their strong commitment to family, faith, hard work, and service, they enhance and shape our local character with traditions that reflect their multi-ethnic and multicultural backgrounds. And whereas the Hispanic and Latino people of Ogden strengthen our community and bring much promise to our future through their significant culture, social, economic, and charitable contributions, Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the history, culture, and contributions of residents whose ancestors came from Mexico, Central and South America, Spain, and the Caribbean. And whereas in 1968, the United States Congress and President Lyndon B. Johnson passed the first resolution to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Week. This was later expanded by President Ronald Reagan to include a month-long celebration from September 15th to October 15th. These dates were selected to coincide with the independence of 8 countries: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Mexico, Chile, and Belize. And whereas this commemorative month honors the influence and impact of Hispanics and Latinos in all spheres of society, commemorating Hispanic Heritage Month gives us each an opportunity to take pride in these roots and to help promote the rich diversity that these cultures have to offer.
Sir White, I have the honor to now read these proclamation in Spanish, and I just want to say that I really appreciate our council and the city kind of making this a tradition. It's, as you know, the year when we started this, it was very meaningful to a lot of people, and so that's greatly appreciated. So, esta es una proclamación conjunta del Consejo de la Ciudad de Ogden y el alcalde, declarando el 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre del 2017 el mes de la herencia hispana en la ciudad de Ogden. Mientras a lo largo de la historia de Ogden la gente ha venido de todas partes del mundo para llamar a nuestra ciudad la casa de la comunidad, esta rica diversidad proporciona un carácter de la comunidad que se distingue de todas las otras ciudades de Utah. Tener una población diversa enriquece nuestra comunidad y sirve como uno de nuestros mayores atractivos. Mientras los individuos y las familias que son hispano-latina viven en Ogden, tienen una influencia profunda y positiva en nuestra comunidad a través de su firme compromiso con la familia, la fe, el trabajo duro y el servicio. Mejoran y dan forma a nuestro carácter local con las tradiciones que reflejan sus orígenes multiétnicos y multiculturales. Y mientras los hispanos y latinos de Ogden fortalecen nuestra comunidad y traen grandes promesas para nuestro futuro a través de sus contribuciones culturales, sociales, económicas y de caridad. El mes de la Hispanidad celebra las historias culturales y contribuciones de los residentes cuyos antepasados vinieron de México, Centro y Sudamérica, España y el Caribe. Y mientras en 1968, el Congreso de los Estados Unidos y el presidente Lyndon B. Johnson aprobaron la primera resolución para celebrar la Semana de la Herencia Hispana, más tarde fue ampliado por el presidente Ronald Reagan para incluir una celebración de un mes, del 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre. Esas fechas fueron seleccionadas para coincidir con el Día de la Independencia de 8 países: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, México, Chile y Belice. Y mientras este mes conmemorativo rinde homenaje a la influencia y el impacto de los hispanos y latinos en todas las esferas de la sociedad, conmemorando el mes de la Hispanidad nos da a cada uno la oportunidad de enorgullecerse de estas raíces para ayudar a promover su rica diversidad.
Now, therefore, the Ogden City Council and the Mayor Michael P. Caldwell hereby proclaim September 15th to October 15th, 2017 as Hispanic Heritage Month in Ogden City. We express our sincere gratitude and recognition for Latinos United Promoting Education and Civic Engagement, LUPEC, Weber State University, Ogden Weber Tech College, and all others within our community who are working to embrace Hispanic Latino cultures and improve immigrant integration. A Hispanic Heritage celebration event will be held at Ogden's Union Station on September 30th, 2017. This event highlights the many cultures represented in our community, and we encourage residents to celebrate this special month in recognition of generations of Hispanic and Latinos who have positively influenced and enriched our community and nation.
Por lo tanto, la ciudad de Ogden y el alcalde Michael P. Caldwell proclaman el 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre del 2017 el mes de la herencia hispana en la ciudad de Ogden. Expresamos nuestra sincera gratitud y reconocimiento para Latinos Unidos promoviendo la educación y la participación cívica, LUPEC, la Universidad de Weber State, Ogden Weber Tech College y el resto de las organizaciones de nuestra comunidad que están trabajando para promover la cultura hispano-latina y para mejorar la integración de los inmigrantes. Se llevará a cabo un evento de la herencia hispana en el Union Station de Ogden el 30 de septiembre del 2017. Este evento destaca la variedad de culturas representadas en nuestra comunidad. Invitamos a los residentes a celebrar este mes especial en reconocimiento de las generaciones de hispano-latinos que han influido positivamente y enriquecido nuestra comunidad y nuestra nación.
And Luis and I together would like to make this proclamation and propose this proclamation for the joint Hispanic Heritage Month.
Pasado y adoptado este 12 de septiembre del 2017. And we move that this proclamation it's approved.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Lopez and second by Councilmember Garner to approve this proclamation. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Oh. Any opposed? That passes. Fantastic. I think, Azanet, you're accepting it on behalf of Luca, right? All right. Oh, yes.
Let's start here.
Start over there.
Yeah. Just follow her down.
I know.
And Pablo, come on up, please. And anyone else who would like to come up for the picture.
Let's get you guys to move just a little bit to the left. There you go. 1,
2, 3.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the city, the council for all the support that you've always given our community. This is just another example, but this is a small one compared to the other ways that we have collaborated. So we really appreciate it. And I know we don't have a large contingency here, but we're working hard for the festival that's on the 30th. So we were meeting before this. So we look forward to seeing you there and continue collaboration in the future. Thank you.
Tell us the details about the festival.
Oh, yes. For everybody watching at home, people are telling me watching at home. Yes, so the festival will be Saturday, September 30th, starting at 2 o'clock. It will go until 9 o'clock. We have multiple entertainment, baile folklorico, and different bands that will be playing. We will have an art exhibit as well as activities for children. We have over 40 nonprofit and local organizations that will be present. And I'm forgetting, we'll have obviously some food vendors as well. But we have a stacked program. We have a literary contest. If people have not submitted, the deadline for that is September 20th.
And where is it at?
Oh, thank you. At the Union Station, yes. And the art exhibit, I should tell you, is in the old timers room, so it's going to kind of be separate, but you want to make sure you go there as well.
All the booths are sold out, right?
Yeah, well, if people are willing to be out in the plaza, we can accommodate you, but inside we're all full. Yes.
And it's free to the public.
It's free to the public. Thank you. I'm really tired. I'm forgetting the details, and I didn't write it.
And we're glad Pablo made it just in time for the picture.
Yes. He's been working very hard as well. So thank you very much.
So much.
Chair White, can I just say one thing? I truly respect all that your group has done, but also I want to read one more sentence just to reemphasize that came from this proclamation. And it just says, having a diverse population enriches our community and serves as one of our greatest assets. And truly embracing everybody's culture and learning about each other helps that become a greater asset for all of us. And I just appreciate all that everyone does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes. So we have the joint work session of November 1st, 2016, and the work session of January 24th, 2017. You seem to get all the long ones. Councilmember Lopez?
Yes, Chair White, I reviewed the minutes and I found them to be accurate to the best of my recollection.
And the regular meetings of February 14th and June 6th, 2017. Councilmember Stevens.
Yes, Madam Chair, they're correct.
In the work session of February 14th, 2017, and the closed executive session of June 6th, 2017. Councilmember Blair.
Yes, thank you, Chair White. I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be accurate, and I would make a motion that we approve the following minutes.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Blair, second by Vice Chair Heyer to approve the minutes. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sorry, Councilmember Nadolski, I'm not waiting long enough for you.
No problem.
Next on our agenda is a common consent item. It's regarding the fiscal year 2018 budget amendment. And it's to set the public hearing for October 3rd, 2017.
Chair White, I'll go ahead and make a motion that we adopt the item of common consent.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Garner, second by Councilmember Blair to set the public hearing for the budget item or budget amendment. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I waited long enough for you there.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council.
Mr. Cooper just started to cry.
No, hold on just one moment. Almost there.
Oh, this is the
Report from.
You don't have the amended agenda.
Sorry, my bad. I have the old agenda. No. Next on the agenda is reports from administration. It's regarding the real estate purchase contract for 445 25th Street.
Mr. Cooper.
Thank you.
I started to cry too, thinking we wouldn't hear from you tonight.
It really doesn't say that on this.
You were so anxious, I'm sure, to hear. Well, thank you for making some time for this. I appreciate your time as you serve on the council, and especially with your patience on this somewhat of a housekeeping item. So for your consideration is Resolution 2017-19, which authorizes the mayor to sign a First Amendment to a real estate purchase contract that was approved by the RDA board on August 22nd. What that does is effectively replaces the RDA as party to that contract with the city and allows the city to fulfill the terms and conditions of the contract. Because the council hasn't seen the terms of this purchase contract formally on record, if you'll give me bear with me for a moment, I'll bring that up on the screen and explain to you the terms of that contract. There we go. That should be correct. Okay, as it is described in your packet, the real estate purchase contract is bifurcated over 2 years. The purchase price is $970,000, of which $250,000 is appropriated in this year's budget and would be paid this year during the closing, which is set to occur pending tonight's decision. Once that closing occurs, the current tenant, which is the Courtyard Inn Motel, would continue to occupy the facility for a period of 1 year until such time that we could make the second payment of $750,000 or $720,000. And then once that payment's made, they would then vacate the premises, and then we could commence our demolition activities, which is projected to be about $120,000 to $150,000, depending on what that scope looks like when we actually get into the building. So what this resolution does tonight is it allows the mayor to sign the First Amendment, which replaces the agency as the party to this agreement and installs the city as that party and allows the city to execute the agreement at closing. This is necessary because a couple of reasons. One, the original funding appropriation of the $250,000 was set in the city budget, and also it was intended to be a city public space in terms of what would replace the courtyard, and so it's important that we keep that under city ownership and city transaction and city process. So that is the Resolution 2017-19, and we recommend that it get your approval.
Questions for Mr. Cooper? This is a consideration of proposed resolution, so we need a motion.
Okay, I would make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2017-19 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Heyer, second by Councilmember Garner to adopt proposed resolution 2017-19. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair,
Aye.
Councilmember Garner,
Aye.
Councilmember Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Nadolski,
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heyer, Chair White.
Aye, that passes. Thank you. Now, next on our agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding concerns or ideas on any topic. If you'd like, please come up and state your name, and you'll have 3 minutes to address the council. Now you're good, Virginia. Sorry I messed you up there.
Okay, let me make sure I get this correct. Virginia Hernandez Reza. I live on 24 Jefferson. Anyway, I want to make sure I get this straight. So I'm able to discuss in 3 minutes the Hispanic heritage and what's the other one that I can
event?
I got 3 minutes, right? Where's the thing? There it is. Let me touch on first the Hispanic heritage community. Today, I want to, first of all, most of you here have not been here, as I has been activist, community activist and advocate when the Mayor Godfrey was here. And I mean Goff, excuse me, Goff and then Godfrey, and now this mayor. And the council people then. It's not myself. We had the people, the community I represent. That is a Hispanic Mexican American community with poor whites and poor blacks. The reason why I'm here today is because this proclamation that was just brought in a year ago, without the involvement, without the contacts of me especially, when this was brought forward. What we got out of that, I'll make this quick, was that whatever the decisions were made with this councilman and with the mayor was done behind closed doors. That's the perspective we get. That's what we know. There was no Mexican American who are third generation here, but I have grandchildren. They are considered Mexican American Hispanics. None of us were invited to this proclamation. Okay, I was told not to mention names in this council, but I can do that. This is a freedom of speech. And I checked everywhere, Weber State University, Ogden City, and here. I can have my freedom of speech, and I do not have to keep quiet. I do it politely, and I do it because that's my freedom of speech. So anyway, this proclamation was brought together with LUPAC. Who is LUPAC? Who, ask any of the people I interact with, who are LUPAC? We do know at the time, Luis Lopez, who wasn't a councilman there, supposedly was the director. I don't know. But this is what we do. I do thorough research. And this is since a year ago that this proclamation for, okay, I agree with what you said. And I know some of you council people think it's boring. But you know what? The people I interact with, whether white, Mexicans, or African Americans, they listen. So you represent them. But anyway, yes, it's correct. We did research that the Hispanic proclamation was done by Johnson. I was around during that time. I was just a teenager, probably 14. Then there was Reagan, my favorite president. Yes, but now we got it here. All of a sudden, nobody knows about that except a year ago. And that was good to get that out. We're doing a lot of research on that. I want you to understand, and I hope I'm not being rude, but as an activist, sometimes you have to come across strong with board people, whether you're in Ogden School District, Weber State University, or here. Whoops. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Virginia.
Oh, you know one thing. Could I pass out, we're called the Forgotten Community. Can I pass this out?
So you give it to the
yes.
Communications
so you
director?
get a better understanding.
What is it that you're passing out? I'm sorry.
It is, okay, I got how many minutes? It is,
No, it's just Yeah, just
Well,
curious
that's
what
what
it
I
is.
say. He's always, you can find out. This was given out in 2005 before a council meeting, before a mayor, before the councilman there. This is what we're all about, what we are today. So,
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for coming, and I'm glad we're seeing you back again.
yeah, thank you. Okay.
All right, anyone else?
Donna Stevenson, and I own property at 3751 Eccles. I attended the council meeting last week regarding ADUs, and I came because
Regarding what, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
Commission meeting.
Okay.
Regarding what?
Accessory dwelling units.
Access, okay.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
And I came because I didn't understand it, but I am very adamant about property rights. And so when I came and listened, I went away with the impression that the problem that the people bringing the petition was that eliminating ADUs would not solve the problem that the petitioners felt was a problem. The downgrading of the properties and the renting to teenagers that would be loud at night and not take care of the yards and that kind of thing. My impression was that the problem was more with a rental where the owner was not living in the home, and then the teenagers or the students could stay up and be loud as late as they wanted to and not take care of the yard, whereas a person living in the home would not want those things to happen to the home that they were living in. So I felt like it was not addressed to solve the problem. And I lived near the college many years ago when my husband left and left me with 3 young children. My youngest was developmentally delayed at that time, later diagnosed with autism. And I fortunately was able to trade room and board with a college student who would take care of him for several hours a day in exchange for room and board. He had learned to ride a bicycle, and I had a hard time keeping track of him. I was having to call the police all the time to help find him, and it was very anxiety producing. And so that just worked so well for me to have those students that would spend time with him, and they were so good with him. And I just feel like the ability for people to do what they need to do with their own properties should not be deprived. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair White, would you like a little history on that? I was able to determine it was the Planning Commission that met last Wednesday. There was a petition from, I think, the members of Forest Green that brought it in to eliminate ADUs in the southeast Ogden community. And I don't believe there was any resolution made at that meeting. I think they're going to hear it again. I think it was tabled, or I'm not absolutely sure about that. Are you aware of that?
I'm not sure what the resolution was either.
And I don't think it did end in resolution. So that's, yeah, okay. So that's for council members. That's
what's in the Planning Commission.
The
and they're
Planning
looking
Commission
at-
has it, and they're going to have
looking at
a,
this petition.
right.
So the earliest they would vote on it would be the 1st of next month.
On their court. But thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you. It's always scary to get up in front of us, so I know that. And it, yeah, I'm sure we'll be getting that at some point in the next few months. So keep watching our agendas as well. All right. Anyone else? All right. Comments from the mayor?
Or designee. Just a couple of fun things, I think, for the city. Number one, the Raptors are won and are going to basically the World Series of Pioneer League Baseball, which is kind of cool. I think Weber State, even though the score wasn't in their favor, did an amazing job against a Pac-12 team on Saturday against California. So I think we're going to have an exciting football season for Weber State. Third thing you heard in the work session, last farmers market is Saturday, and with Kim here, I just want to give a shout out. I think our farmers market has surpassed anything that any of us thought we would get to. It's had an amazingly successful year, and her and her staff have done an amazing job, and we thank her. Hopefully she'll pass that on to her staff.
Members.
Just to touch a little bit on what Mark said and the Downtown Alliance, I'm very grateful for what they do, and also the many free opportunities that citizens have to come down and celebrate in our downtown. As it was expressed to us today, and as we expressed to the Downtown Alliance, we just have to get the word out that a lot of these things are free to the public, and just come and enjoy the downtown and all of the great things, and the many arts, music, everything that we do down here. And I just, again, want to thank you for all that you do.
I just, I was able to go up and see the aftermath of the fire, and I'm just so proud of all the firefighters and public safety officers that were up there and helped us keep. Although we had devastation of homes, we were lucky that we didn't have any other lives lost. And if you saw how much was charred up there, you would. I was just amazed. So thank you for all of our public safety officers that were helping us out on that. Anyone else? All right.
Motion to adjourn?
We have a motion by Vice Chair
Second.
Heyer, second by Councilmember Blair. I was going to give it to you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready to go? All right. Good evening and welcome to the Redevelopment Agency meeting of
It's another meeting. Thank you.
of the Redevelopment Agency meeting of September 12th, 2017. Please note that all board members are present. Board Member Blair, Board Member Nadolski, can you just make sure everyone can hear you?
Hello. Thank you.
All right, first on our agenda is the approval of minutes. This is the special meeting and closed executive session of June 6th, 2017. Board Member Garner.
Thank you, Chair White. I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be correct to the best of my recollection, and I would make a motion that we approve these minutes.
Second.
We have a motion by Board Member Garner, second by Board Member Blair. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Next on the agenda is a common consent item for the fiscal year 2018 budget amendment.
Chair White, I make a motion that we approve the common consent proposed resolution 2017-8.
To set the public hearing, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear second.
Second.
I have a motion by Board Member Lopez, second by Vice Chair Heyer, to set the public hearing for October 3rd, 2017. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed on that? All right. Please set. Next, on this agenda, we have reports from administration.
Mr. Cooper will be doing both items that are on the agenda tonight.
Good evening. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate it. Just briefly, on August 22nd, the board approved the terms and conditions of a real estate purchase contract for the purchase of the Courtyard Inn located at 445 25th Street. It's intended that this purchase contract actually be held on the city side. So the city is intended to be a party to the agreement, not the RDA. So the city tonight, the city council tonight has approved the transfer of that party from the RDA to the city. And tonight's resolution 2017-9 is the transference of the RDA to the city. Again, it's meant to be a city contract because the funding of the purchase is in the city capital improvement program. It was funded through city funds, and the subsequent proposed projects that will come about after the purchase and demolition occurs will also be city projects. So it is recommended that you approve Resolution 2017-9, transferring the name of that real estate purchase contract from the agency to the city.
Thank you.
Chair White, I would make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2017-9.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Heyer, second by Board Member Blair to adopt the proposed Resolution 2017-9. So the roll call vote.
Board Member Garner.
Aye.
Board Member Lopez.
Aye.
Board Member Nadolski.
Aye.
Board Member Stevens.
Aye.
Board Member Blair.
Aye.
Vice Chair Heyer.
Aye.
Chair White.
Aye, that passes. Right, next on our agenda is new business. It's the participation agreement and incentive agreement. And Mr. Cooper, please come up.
One last time. So also on August 22nd, the RDA board approved a participation and incentive agreement between the agency and OBE Vision LLC on behalf of the SR 56 project located at the Ogden Business Exchange. During that time, it was recommended that there be some language in that contract that would restrict any agency incentive going forward in the event that the tenant, which was SR 56, vacated the premises and terminated or defaulted on the lease. So after some research and discussing things with the city attorney's office, I wanted to bring to your attention that in the contract that was approved on August 22nd, the language that I believe satisfies that request is already in place. And I've got it on the screen there for you in section 2B of the contract. There's a condition to the agency incentive, and that reads, the agency shall have no obligation to pay any year of the agency incentive, which is the lease subsidy, unless each of the following conditions have been satisfied. And if you look at item number 4 there, one of those conditions is SR 56 is to remain in continual occupancy of the facility under the terms of the lease. If for any reason they break that lease or vacate that lease or is terminated, then our agency incentive would cease. So I believe that satisfies the request, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Thank you. And there's no action required on that. I just felt like that it was important to have it on record since we passed it with the amendment, or the hopeful of the amendments. Thank you for that clarification. Next on the agenda is public comments. It's an opportunity to address the redevelopment agency regarding any ideas or on any topic.
You want me to repeat my name?
Yes, please.
Okay, Virginia Hernandez Reza. I live at 24th Jefferson. Okay, I just want to, I take advantage when I come here just to the facts we got and what I do in the community, so I can go on and on. But I just want to say for the RDA, they have been working very well with the community I interact with, especially Chris, how do you say his last name? Chris, the director for the RDA.
Christopoulos?
Yes, he's been great with us. He's listened to us. He's understood our concerns. So we have a lot of respect for him. And also Mr. Cooper, he probably doesn't remember me, but he has worked very well with this when we do. And I have noticed through each administration, the RDA, the directors, and who work under them, have been very respectful to the community I interact with, which was the inner city. They've been very good. So I want to commend the RDA and Chris and Mr. Cooper, and of course the mayor, because they work under him, don't they? All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Virginia. Comments from the executive director?
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Board members? I'll echo a little bit of what Virginia has said, in that your outreach has been great. So I appreciate that as well. So keep up the good work on that. Okay. Any other comments?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Heyer, second by Board Member Turner to adjourn. Voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. It's a wrap.